All right, I just want to run you through what I do to prepare for my class. So I've got 6 kids coming in. This is their 4th lesson. One thing that I want to do today is the SASR. I want to give them their sight reading test. The second thing I want to make sure to do is their technique. So we're going to cover technique today. And I also want them to be moving their photo. I'll show you how we're going to do that. The next thing that I want to make sure that we do is we have 3 songs that they've learned. I want to give them some time to practice it and then perform it together. So what I want to do is structure my class in a way that we finish on a bang. So they finish feeling like, wow, that was an amazing class, and I send them home with this feeling of, that was fun. I want to come back. The other thing that I want to take into account is that all of the students are working effectively and efficiently without me. So what I want to do is I think I'm going to start with the technique. And the reason why is because I can start them on this, get them going, and then we can do the SASR. And whenever the students finish with their SASR, they can come back and do more of the technique, and they've got something to do instead of waiting around for the rest of the class. So let's just put that down here. Let's start with technique. Second, let's go to the SASR. And then third, I want to give them, let's do their songs. And then fourth, perform. I'm expecting the technique, I'm going to give them maybe 10 minutes. The SASR will take them between 5 to 12 minutes. And when they finish early, they can go back to doing technique. And then the songs, I think I want to give them 10 minutes, but this will depend on how much time is left in the class. And then their performance, it'll take no more than, I think, 4 minutes, because we're going to go through it quickly. All right, I think I'm ready for the class. Let's go ahead and wait for the students to come in. All right, let's get class started, everybody. The first thing I want to do is get your pictures on the wall. You ready for it? Okay, come find you. And then bring it over here. Okay, everybody put your picture in 1A. So just find a spot here or over here. Remember how I told you this is going to be a game piece? And you're gonna move it along as you progress. So I wanna see evidence that you finished 2 things. In order to go to 1B, you need to have finished 1A in the method and 1A in the technique, both of them. Then you can move your picture to 1B. Here we go.
Hey everyone, now that the students are working on their individual method and technique exercises, I want to take this moment to just tell you a little insider tip that maybe some of you are familiar with, but if not, this will be something that could really help you be more efficient in your teaching. So what that is teaching a concept one time to the entire group rather than say it individually a numerous amount of times. So what's going to happen in this exercise, and what's a really good example to learn from, is Aaron will see a student that's not observing the fingering because they don't really know about it. And so what he's going to do is see the problem, and instead of just teaching her and fixing the error right there, he's going to gather the entire group of students and teach it to them all one time. Let's check it out.
Can I show you something really fast? Do you know what the 1 and the 2 means? Yeah. You do not. How about the... Okay, so these things are fingerings. And I think I want to show the entire class how to do that. So go ahead and pause a minute. Okay, come over here on the floor. Gather around in a circle. How many of you got to this song here?
I can't see. I do.
Marilyn? Okay, so you all got to it. Now, on the top, do you see that there are finger numbers? 3, 2, 1. Who knows what that means?
That's where your fingers are supposed to be on those notes. Your third finger, your second finger, then your ear.
So In piano, you have finger numbers that are very different than band. The piano, they start with your thumb as number 1. Number 2, 3, 4, 5. What do band instruments do?
Trumpets, 1, 2, 3.
Trumpet this is 1, right? What about flute? This is also 1. What about clarinet? This is also 1. What about drums? They don't use finger numbers, not that I know of.
What saxophone?
Saxophone, this is also 1. So piano, you kind of have to think a little differently and just get used to it. This is the 1. So when they say 3, which finger do you use? The middle finger. I saw her using this finger and this finger for something that was just in the right hand. So this song is just in the right hand. You'd use your right hand and then you put it on the keyboard and you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if it says 2, use this finger on that note. Okay, I just want to make sure we're in a good habit because you develop habits and they stick with you. All right, pay attention to finger numbers. Get back.
All right, now that all the students know what correct fingering looks like and how it works on the piano, they can jump back into their method and technique exercises. Now they're gonna continue doing this until Aaron decides that it is time to move on to the next activity, which is taking the SASR.
And stop. Freeze. Okay, I'm going to let you guys come back to this because we haven't finished our puzzle and I'd like to get it all done. That'd be 48 songs passed off. But the next thing I want to do is get you started on your sight reading test. A sight reading test is called the SASR, Standard Assessment of Sight Reading. And what it does is it gives you a score for how well you read music. And it gives you songs to practice reading. So the way the test works, let's come over here to Brooks. Actually, let's do Jackie's. Jackie, go ahead and go back to your dashboard. And I'll show everybody how to get into the SASR. Over here, do you see where it says sight reading?
Yes.
Click on that. And then over here, it shows you how to take it. You don't need to watch that because I'm gonna show you. If you click on this one, it gives you 3 options: beginning, intermediate, and advanced. So for today, what I want you to do is use the beginning one. So what I want to see is what your score is, and we're gonna put your score on your picture. And as you go through the class, we're gonna do lots of reading things where you get better and better and better at reading. And every time you improve your record, we're gonna replace your old score with your new score. So let's show you how this works. Click on beginning. And in the beginning, you have a pretty easy song. Do you know what it is?
Songs.
Do you know those notes? Find them quickly. Okay, so she found the notes. Do you see up here where it says 9 seconds left? 8, 7, 6?
Oh, I don't want to start it.
Your time is going to start whether you want to or not, and you can't stop the song. You just keep going.
Wait, do I
Stress.
have to take it?
Here we go.
2, set,
wanna do this.
go.
Did you pass? With 100%, now I want you to see what it shows up here. So now it says your current level. It's gonna take a song and just pick a song at random for you from level 1B. Over here you have stay above 80%. So if you get to a hard song, which you will, and you drop below 80%, you will get a strike. 3 strikes, you're out.
Start.
What's that? Okay, so once you get a strike, it'll bump you backwards 1 level, let you try that level again, and then if you beat it, it'll put you forward again to give you another try at that hard level. If you beat it, you actually get to move on to the next level. Are you guys ready?
No.
Headphones in, get ready to start the test, and off you go.
Here at Piano Marble, we place a huge emphasis and truly understand the importance of reading and sight reading. The SASR is one of the many different tools that we have that enable users to be able to improve their sight reading skills.
Okay, everybody stop what you're doing. Listen up. We are going to do, really quick, a concert. And you're going to play 3 songs. Song number 1. Brum bum bum, brum bum bum, brum bum bum. We'll do Peter Peter with all 3 parts. Song number 2, Carol of the Bells. Song number 3, what is it? Country Showdown? Oh, Classical Showdown. We're gonna do Classical Showdown. So, warm up. You have 5 minutes to warm up on those 3 songs. Go.
Okay, so before the kids go home for the day, Aaron is going to have them practice up a couple of different pieces they've been working on so that they can play those pieces out loud. Now there's a couple reasons why this is awesome to do. First reason is it helps make sure that the students get out on time. The second reason is it's fun, and hopefully we'll have the students end on a really high note by doing a teamwork environment rather than a solo piano endeavor, which is sadly kind of how this thing is if you're practicing by yourself, but does not have to be that way in a group piano setting.
Okay, everybody unplug your headphones. From the top, 1, 2, ready, go. Second song, Carol of the Bells. We'll do it about this fast. Okay, from the top. 1, 2, and 3, ready, set, and go. And the last song, the showdown one. How many of you have it pretty well? Anybody? Anybody? How about the first part of it? And then the second part? Can we do it about that speed?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. You guys are geniuses. How many of you got a little bit of that song at least? The first part?
I think I was off of key.
You might have been.
I was almost.
So you guys have 2 people per part. Josh, can you do next week a performance with Brooke where she plays the primo and you play the secondo?
No.
All right. You're working on the secondo now, right? Can you help her with the primo, make sure that she's on the right track, and then rehearse it with her? You can do it in the software where you can actually practice the duet part. Have you guys all seen the duet part?
No.
Okay, well Josh has, so he can show you guys. And Jackie and Haley, can you guys do the same thing? So Jackie, you're on the secondo part, and Haley, you are on the primo part. And so you're gonna do it on the same piano. So practice that at home. And next week we want to record you on the stage performing that. If you don't get it in time, that's fine. But if you do, we'd like to hear at least the parts of it that you got put together, even if you don't have the full thing. All right, we'll see you guys later. Break.